Hey, what's going on? In this video, we're going to talk about the principles of objectivism and how they can help you to stay motivated. We're going to talk about Ayn Rand, the founder of objectivism, and how our ideas can help you to stay focused, stay courageous, and stay on point, because ultimately that's what it's all about. I'm Brian Ogilvy. I'm the author of this book, How to Conquer Yourself. And in chapter 4, I talk about motivation, and the central idea is that motivation is built internally. It's built from your sense of identity. You can't look to an external point of reference to find it. Otherwise, it'll always shift on you. And towards the end, when I'm giving the references, I say, Ayn Rand's body of work, novels like Atlas Shrugged or The Fountainhead, short plays like Ideal or Night of January 16th, they articulate the substance, ethos, and convictions that this chapter hopes to convey better than any other writing that I've come across. There's a distinct style of thinking, both a distinct philosophical approach towards human interaction and towards one's own creative power that Rand's literature is known world over for depicting with eloquent prose. In her own words, she says, "The man who thinks must think and act on his own. A reasoning mind can't work under any form of compulsion, and it can't be subordinated to the needs, opinions, or wishes of another, because it's not an object of sacrifice." So who was Ayn Rand? She was a Russian novelist. She came here in the 1920s and she wrote a lot. All right. She's most known for her work Atlas Shrugged, which I'm sure you probably heard of. They're doing a cinematic adaptation of it now. But before that, she wrote another powerful book. It's called The Fountainhead. I'm rereading that now. And then before that, again, she wrote something called Anthem. These are some of her more seminal pieces. But again, she's most known for developing this system of thought known as objectivism. And it's called objectivism because the focus of it is on objective reality, as opposed to mysticism or any mystical school of thought people often find themselves trapped within. Also, more importantly for our purposes here, it's based on the idea of the individual as the center of value rather than the collective, on the individual's right and the individual's self-esteem, as opposed to the more common altruistic notion of self-sacrifice. Right. So in a University of Michigan interview she gave, she said that it's based on the concept of man as a heroic being. She says that man's proper state is an upright posture, an intransigent mind that travels unlimited roads. Secondly, his own happiness is his moral purpose. A man is to live for his own sake, not for any other. And likewise, he's not to ask anyone to live for himself. Productive achievement is his noblest activity. And fourthly, reason or rationality is his only absolute. So I didn't know it at the time, but with a lot of my writing, I'm aiming to help people become like the protagonist of her novels, to become like the Dagny Taggarts and the Howard Rourkes, and maintain that stance regardless of whatever trials or tribulations they go through, to not let the world shift them away from their own sense of internal strength. As I say in chapter 4, don't let circumstances define your identity for you. Don't let financial troubles or a failed romance or any other setback puppeteer you into who you're going to be. We all face pain in life, so it's natural to be down at times, but ultimately, you have to make a conscious choice about the type of person that you are and the type of person you're going to be. Maintain that stance regardless of what occurs or regardless of what other people do to you. Otherwise, your motivation will be less reliable than the weather. And so again, these are the principles of objectivism, all right? And I want you to take a second to just think about them, just see how they resonate for you, and to think about what the implications are, to think about how you would act if you held these premises, because out of everything that I've read, this aligns the most with everything that I've been trying to say. Man's proper state is an upright posture. Remember this quote, an upright posture, an intransigent mind. Intransigent just means resolute. An intransigent mind that travels unlimited roads. So here the fiction works again. She wrote a lot of nonfiction to articulate and elaborate on the philosophy in detail, but the fiction gives you a better sense of how to enact it or embody it in actual circumstances. And of course, it's a lot less dense. Here's one more quote for you. What, incidentally, do you think integrity is? The ability not to pick a watch out of your neighbor's pocket? Nah, it's not as easy as that. Integrity is the ability to stand by an idea, but that presupposes the ability to think. And thinking is something one can neither borrow nor pawn. She said this in The Fountainhead, which again, I'm rereading now. Strongly recommend this stuff. For more, if you have any questions for me directly, it's brian@dotheknowledge.com. I also have an office line you can call 718-577-1344. The website, dotheknowledge.com, is where you can go for more podcasts, for more on the book, etc. I give 2 free chapters of the book. That way you can get a sense of my teaching style, you can get a sense of my writing style, etc. beforehand. And when you go there, you'll see it right there in the right sidebar of the blog. It's pretty, I guess, self-exposed. So hope this helps. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, message me for any questions, and have a great day. Peace.